Good morning, everyone. It's Kathy. I was going to cook something today, but getting everything together, I realized that I didn't have something that I absolutely needed. I was going to make biscuits with crescent rolls and jarred applesauce. Really good. But instead, I looked for everything, and I had vanilla, and I had cinnamon, and I had sugar, and I had the crescent rolls. If you can get the sheets, they work better, but I couldn't find the sheets. So I realized that I didn't have a can of apple pie filling. So I will do that tomorrow or the next day. And today, I'm going to do a fall wreath for the door. And it's going to be burlap. And I'm not sure whether I want to use a 12-inch form. They're dollar store. Very hard to find anymore. Now when you go into the dollar store, you are lucky if you find any. And if you do, they're all 14-inch. Occasionally you'll find an 8-inch, but not very often. So these are leftovers that I had in a plastic box that I keep some of my stuff in. I've got some to do for Christmas. This is pretty. This is a mesh, and it's got the white like snowflakes on it. And there's this and this for the small ones. But of course, I don't think I'm going to find this and this in the right colors. Like I'm going to need white and red, because this has little dots on it too. I do have the bigger one, which I wouldn't use that at all, but I'm not sure whether one, I think it would, but I'm not sure whether one would go all the way around on the 12-inch. And I would rather, I think, use the 12-inch for fall. And I'll use the orange and the green. These are both burlap. There's also the gold. I could do gold and green. You can tell the different times I bought these because this one is $5.99, and for the same exact thing, this one is $7.99. $2 more for nothing. This one is $7.99. So I think what I'll do is, I also have burlap that I can use for Christmas. A little bit on this roll and a full roll here. These are 5.5 inches by 15 feet. So I'm gonna have to look for another 12-inch. You can get the 12-inch or even 10-inch, but you have to go to the dollar store or online and buy it by the case. I'm not sure how many comes in the case, but it's probably 24. Maybe 12. You'd have to ask them or check online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the smaller one now because, for obvious reasons, I want to get the fall one done. I'm going to put this red one here, and we'll put this down here, and we'll put this down here. So I think, I don't know. I guess I'll use the green and orange. Don't yell at me. I didn't even say hello. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Sit down, get yourself a cup of tea or coffee. I gotta see if I have any coffee. I'm not sure if I do. Been drinking too much of it lately. No, I don't. I'll have to have water. I'll put this here. And I'll fill you in what's been going on lately. I had an eye doctor's appointment last week. And it was one of those where they call a long one because they dilate your eyes and you have to sit in between the dilations. And I sat and went back to him for him to tell me what the numbers were. And he said what the numbers were because he specializes in glaucoma. And so they check my numbers every 4 months. And they're not great, but they stay steady. So he looked at them and he told me that they're okay. And then he said to me, and your cataracts are the same size. And I said, cataracts? Yeah. He said, didn't I tell you last time you had cataracts? I said, I don't think so. He says, yeah, you do. You have them in both eyes. Okay. He said, they're small. I don't have to do anything with them yet. We'll have to see what happens. We'll watch them. You tell me if your eyesight gets considerably worse in between the time that you're leaving now and when I see you again in 4 months. Okay? And then that was the end of that, so I was kind of talking to myself on the way home for that. And then I went to the dentist a couple of days later for a cleaning, and she cleaned halfway through, and she said, I really can't, I'm going to stop here. You really need a deep cleaning. And I've had them before. They give you a deep cleaning when you have what they call deep pockets, in case you're not aware of it. Many of you are, many of you may not be. And what happens is the bone and the gums separate, and the area between there fills up with bacteria. And that's the point that I'm at now. Like I said, I've had it done before, and not that long ago, maybe 2 years ago. So I have to have it done again. And the worst of it is, on top of it, she'll come and finish the regular cleaning, and then she'll set me up for the deep cleaning. And the deep cleaning runs around $1,300. Okay, I swallowed that, and then I have a mammogram this Saturday, which I'm sure is going to be fun. And I'm trying to think about whether I want to do this as a double or not, and then just pull them out. But no, I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to do what they call let me try and think of what they call it. A ruffle, a pull-through ruffle. And you can do it with different colors, and that's what I'm going to do. So you have 4 rings. So the first time, I'm going to do it from the second ring from the center. And the next time, I'm going to do the third ring, so that won't be on either of the inside or the outside ring. When you start it, you start it on the center brace. And then you go from there. It's really very simple, and it works up very quick. So then I was trying to get in touch with a knee doctor, and he wasn't calling me back. So I said, well, I'm just going to have to go down there to Fishkill. See, I'm going to put it in here. leave a little hanging over. Now you can use zip ties or you can use these. Oh, I thought I did. Cut them in half so they'll be easier to work with. No, I didn't. I folded them, but I didn't cut them in half. And they're easy to cut in half. I shouldn't be using my scissors though. I should be using clippers. So I went down to the orthopedic in Fishkill, waited in line and said to the girl, I made 2 phone calls, never got a return call. I want to know whether I can see the surgeon without coming back in because I haven't been in to see the PA or the orthopedic in many months. She said, no, that's okay. We'll make the appointment for you right here, right now. I said, oh, great. So she said he's only here on Tuesdays. So you're going to have to settle for that. Okay. He's here next Tuesday, so we made an appointment for next Tuesday. So it appears we'll be moving along on that. And that is the end of my Tales of Woe. So I hope everybody else is doing well. The weather has been very cold in the mornings, in the 30s. Gets up at sunshine like now, a little bit breezy. Gets up to the 60s, but toward the end of the week it's supposed to hit 70, maybe plus for next week. So then what I'm going to do is after I connected this, I'm just going to twist it around on the bottom. And then when I'm finished, I'll bring it back up and twist it again or cut a little bit of it off. So that's connected. Now this is the part that makes it very easy. You take your roll. You can put it on the floor if you want to. If you have I have a board with some poles in it that I keep some of my ribbon on. You can put it on something like that and it'll be easier to roll out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take, now what did I do while I was talking? I did it, did I do it wrong? Can I push it through like this, or am I going to have to open that up? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to be all right. Yes. So that's the top. So all you do, some of these are sharp on the edges, so you have to really be careful with them. You line up your burlap or whatever it is that you're using. Mesh. Mesh works a little bit quicker because it slides, and you grab it with your left hand, you push it with your right hand, and you keep grabbing and pushing. Grabbing, pushing. I'm going to spare you. I'm not going to go all the way through with this grabbing and pushing, but I will show you. I should have a different angle, and I don't, but I'll show you. You can see I'm holding it with my left hand and pushing it through. It's just folded in half. That's all it is. And then you push it through until you get to the next section. Now, if you find that it's like kind of like pulled like this and you don't like that, you can just easily go back to where you were and tighten it up. Just tighten it up with your left hand. And then push it through again with your right hand. Pull it through. Make sure both sides are even. Push it through, push it through. Hold on to it. Pull it through. And it depends on how tight you want it also. I like mine fairly tight. Now you don't have to do this, but what I am going to do, because I'm not going to do it all at one time, get up there. Is I'm going to tighten it where I want it on the next section. But then I'm going to take a piece of this. Checking something here. Yeah, that looks all right. If you have any bubbles on the bottom that weren't pulled through as tight as you would probably like them, you can push them through. Now this ended up, which I said I wasn't going to do, it ended up coming through the first one. But that's all right, because I'll just skip the second one and do the third one when I get to that point. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to run it down through the second one and come up through the second one of the next side after the divider and twist it once, twice, 3 times. It never looks like much until you're done, when you can actually do the tightening and the folding over where you want it. So the orange one will go here on the second one from the outside edge. Now this one on the very end is a little bit floppy. When I take it apart to continue, that will, I'll tighten it and that will go away. And this is just called the pull-through method. And this is burlap. Like I said, you can use mesh. Mesh sometimes is prettier because you can handle it better. I am going to use when I get done, and you won't see the finished product today because I don't want you to have to watch me do this all the way through the very end. But I'm going to, I had this bow obviously on something else. It was seasonal. I'm through with it. So I'm going to cut the zip tie off. And I'm going to use it here. I should be using my wire cutters. Oh. Oh. Won't you just be giving me a hard time? What is this all about? Huh? What is this all about? Oh, there it goes. Brady's quiet today. We heard some news in the area that recently TGI Fridays closed. The one of the hotels, Holiday Inn Express, it shut down around 2016, I think they said, and then they spent, I guess, considerable amount of money remodeling it and reopening it, and now it's up on the auction board and auction block, and the movie theaters in Fishkill. It was a huge movie theater. They shut down. Nobody goes to the movies anymore with Netflix and Hulu, and it's a shame. It was a nice thing for the family to do once a month or something like that. And, you know, you go out and get something to eat or get ice cream or whatever you needed to do. There was, I don't even know what's down there anymore. There is a restaurant. There's a Chipotle and a Five Guys, and there used to be a shoe store. There used to be a lot more than that, and then that disappeared over the years. But it's a shame. Oh, hello. Brady came out to say hello. You see his nose up here? What is it that you want? What can I do for you today? Nothing? Good. Take a hike. He just realizes that he couldn't see me and he wanted to know what I was doing. So what I'm going to do, also a diner near us is closing. They don't know whether it'll be another diner or whether somebody who buys it will demolish it and turn it into a storage barn or something. Just, you know, something you really need. And that's an ugly sight. What do you want? Come over here. Come over here. Do you want a treat? I will give you a treat. Do you want a treat? You see it. I know you see it. And then you have to leave me alone, okay? Hold on 1 minute. 1 minute. Come over here and see me. Sit down. You know the drill. You ready? You be a good boy. All right. All right. Okay? That's all you get for now. There's no food up here, and I'm not eating anything. He always smells me to see if I have any food. I don't have any, but I know you're thanking me because you got a treat, and you've been such a good boy for the last 5 minutes. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. What do you got stuck in you? Okay. Brady is a golden doodle, in case you weren't aware. We've had him for 3 years. As of October 2nd, we got him as a little baby. And he was pure unadulterated, unbehaving hell for the first year and a half. Ate everything, jumped on everybody, barked at everybody, chased everybody. He's somewhat better now. We still do not like United Parcel or FedEx drivers, but we don't like them. Okay, so then I'm going to take this, and I will end up using my little, what'd you call it? My little, oh, it's over here. Can't remember anything anymore. Bow dabber. They make several different versions. They make bigger ones. They don't. It's not called bow dabber, and it's not. It doesn't look like this. Most of them are long, and they have the spikes on them. I don't. I bought this one because I'd heard about it and then happened to run across it. So I said, oh, maybe that's what I'll do. And I've used it a lot. You just put your end in, leave a piece of it sitting out. Decide how long you want the actual bow. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty good. I kind of eyeball it. You probably shouldn't, but a lot of people do. That goes like that. Then you put this end in. And you twist it. What's the matter, Brady? I'll be with you in a minute. Put that down like that. Turn like this, twist it. Twisting helps it to stay in place. Decide what side you want your second bow. What's the matter, Brady? And oh, I should have pulled that first one out further. But that's the, I'm going to take it apart, but that's the theory. And then you end, whatever's left over, you measure up with what's left on this side to what you started with, because that would have been the first end. Then you take this and fold it like so. And then you get your scissors. What do you want? I will get you in a minute. Where's Daddy? Huh? Go see. And then you cut it from the center out. And that's what you have. Like I said, I'm going to do that over because I didn't leave quite enough end on it to pull it out. But it's a real pretty bow, so I am going to use it. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for today. I probably will end up using this too. It's a different size. The first one is 2.5. This one is 1 inch. And it'll be pretty. I'll just make a smaller bow. Maybe just make one bow. And there'll be plenty on this one. Okay. I'll bring you back when I come back. I will start with the orange and work that one around, and then show you what it looks like to finish, and we'll put the bow on it. Okay? Okay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel considerably. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. That's very important also. And share if you don't already share. I will share this with Facebook because that's who I'm connected with. Thanks again. Have a great day and be kind to one another. Bye now.